Hi, I'm Josh, and today I'm going to show you how to install your WindFall Stand Prime for iPad. Your kit will include a WindFall Stand Prime for iPad, 4 friction feet, 4 sliding feet, 4 fit adapters for iPad Air 2 or 9.7-inch iPad Pro, 4 fit adapters for iPad Air 1, 6 screw caps, a stand assembly tool, a reader bracket and pivot table assembly tool, a reader bracket with pre-applied VHB, 2 reader bracket mounting screws, and a reader mounting screw. It will also include a pivot table, a double-sided adhesive disc, and a single-sided adhesive disc. You'll need to supply your own tablet, either a iPad Air 1, iPad Air 2, or 9.7-inch iPad Pro. The first thing we'll need to do is decide how we want our stand to sit on our countertop. We have 3 main options here. The friction feet provide a bit of grip and restrict movement a bit. The sliding feet allow us to move our stand around the countertop freely. And the pivot table allows us to mount our stand on a point while still allowing it to pivot and swivel. To apply either set of feet, you're simply going to remove the adhesive backing and apply them to the 4 corners on the bottom of the stand. Now I'm going to show you how to install your pivot table. The first step to installing our pivot table is deciding which of the adhesive pads we want to use on the bottom. The double-sided adhesive disc has 2 sides of permanent adhesive so that we can mount our stand permanently to our countertop. The single-sided adhesive disc features 1 side of foam to allow us to move our stand freely about the countertop, but still provides a bit of grip. Once you've decided which adhesive disc you want to use, you're simply going to remove the adhesive backing off of one of the discs and apply it to the bottom of the pivot table like this. With the adhesive disc applied to the bottom of the pivot table, you're going to take the pivot table and place it through the center hole in the base of the stand. Then we're going to take the pivot table head and place it on top. Then we're going to assemble the pivot table together using the pivot table head assembly screw and the Kensington quick-safe anchor. We're going to get it started with our fingers and then finish it up using the pivot table and card reader assembly screw. Now that we have our pivot table installed, now we can install our reader bracket. We're going to need our reader bracket with the pre-applied VHB, our reader mounting screw, our reader bracket mounting screws, and the same assembly tool that we use to install our pivot table. We're also going to need our own card reader. Please refer to the WindFall Stand Prime product page for the compatible card readers. For the first step, we're going to take the plastic backing off of our VHB. Next, we're going to take our reader, find the mounting screw hole in the back, and align it with the mounting screw hole in our reader bracket. Once we have our reader aligned, we're going to want to press down firmly. This will help the VHB cure. This is some seriously strong adhesive by 3M. It's going to need about 12 to 24 hours to cure before serious use. With our reader stuck to our adhesive, we're going to take the longer reader mounting screw and screw it in from the back. Then we're going to take our assembly tool and finish it up. Now our reader is secured with a screw and our VHB adhesive. Next, we're going to take our reader's cord and thread it through the back of the stand. We're going to thread the reader cord through a mouse hole in the back like this. The USB end of your reader's cord is going to go into a USB hub supplied by your point-of-sale software provider. Next, we're going to take our reader mounting bracket and align the mounting holes here and the mounting holes in our bracket here. Then we're going to take one of our reader bracket mounting screws and install our reader bracket. We're going to use our assembly tool to finish it up. We're going to do the same with our other assembly screw. Now we're ready to install our tablet. Before we insert our tablet, the first thing we'll need to do is install our power cord if we're using one. The lightning cable for our 9.7-inch iPad Pro is going to be threaded through our stand the same way that the reader cord is. We're going to thread it up from the back and lay it in one of the mouse holes here. The next thing we'll need to do is identify which fit adapters we're going to be using with our stand. Since we're using a 9.7-inch iPad Pro, we're going to be using the 9.7-inch iPad Pro fit adapters. These fit adapters are going to make sure that the tablet rests right up against the bezel. For the next step, we're going to take our assembly tool and completely remove one of the 4 screws in the bezel. Then we're going to loosen the other 3. Now we're going to take our fit adapters and place them in the back notches of the brackets like this. Next, we're going to take our tablet and slide it in the side where we removed the screw from. Then we're going to hold the tablet up against the back of the bezel and reinstall the screw that we took out. Then we're going to go back and tighten the other 3 screws. With the screws tightened, now we can plug in our power cord. For the finishing touch, we're going to take the 6 screw caps and cover up the exposed hardware in the back of the stand and in our reader bracket like this. Our tablet's secure, our reader's installed, and now our stand's ready for use. And that's how you install your WindFall Stand Prime for iPad. If you have any questions, please contact us at service@hecklerdesign.com. Thanks for watching.